Hello, I'm Shantuan. Welcome to my channel. And if you've seen one of my videos before, welcome back and thank you for coming back. So, this video is about fighting in the spirit. What is fighting in the spirit? Fighting in the spirit is, and this is my own definition, is holding peace, love, kindness, any of the positive fruits of the spirit, holding it inside and not allowing the negative forces to pull you off of that podium. That we're gonna call it a podium for this video. Not allowing anything to pull you off of that. Is holding on to your peace, okay? Holding on to your love, your kindness, all of that. And so I've had situations in my life where people were coming for me, trying to make me look incompetent, whatever. I've had a lot of adversity in my life. And so for me, it started out me just being an introvert and not speaking up for myself. And then whenever I got old enough, or strong enough or courageous enough to speak up, maybe I didn't do it in the right, correct way. I don't know. But I would feel corrected. I would feel corrected by it. And so God taught me at an early age to, quite frankly, shut the hell up, And so I appreciate the calling on my life. I love God for it, but it was hard. And in most of my life, he has trained me to be quiet and let him fight my battles. And when I tell y'all, he does. And so I want to teach other people how to hold on to their spirit and allow God to fight their battles. So I've had situations at work where, people were coming for me, talking about me, and, maybe they didn't come back to work on Monday, things like that. And so I've seen God do things to people or them get things done to them that I would not do. And that's kind of how it works. And that's why I'm here to explain. Whatever energy you hold inside, that is what you're attracting. Those are your deeds, your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. Those are your deeds. And so if you are holding all positive fruits of the spirit, and I'm going to call those out to you, if you're holding positive, then you're going to attract that. Now, if you're holding strife, unforgiveness, anger, all of those negative lower traits, that, that's what you're going to attract. That is what's going to dictate your actions, okay? And so the way we fight in the spirit, even when we have negative fruits or spirits inside us, is to add the positive fruit. I'm going to give you an example. If somebody pisses you off, it's, for me, sometimes I'm like, oh, I forgive him, Lord. I forgive him, Lord. I forgive him. And then that's kind of like fighting, pushing up against, the offense or the anger. But instead, I started going straight to compassion instead of trying to force forgiveness. And that works quicker than trying to form forgiveness. Because if you're just saying, I forgive because I'm supposed to forgive, and I forgive because I want God to have mercy on me, it's kind of like, you trying to force something. So if you immediately go to compassion, it will soften you up quicker. And that's what's been happening for me, because forgiveness has been kind of a hard one, in my life, because once you do me dirty, I'm like, oh, I separate myself and I'm going about my business. But I'm noticing that when somebody does something wrong to me, I can go to a place like, oh, they had a lot of trauma as a child. Like, this is all they know. They don't know any better. Now, there are evil people out there. Don't get me wrong. Those are the people you X out your life. But the people that are in your life that you know are not evil, that you know that the devil did not send them, I feel as though we are supposed to pardon them automatically. Okay? And so I wrote down fruits of the spirit because I feel like for every situation in life, there is a fruit that you can embody that will push out the negative. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go into what pushes out what, but you can Google the list of fruits of the spirit. And I mean, that's just pretty much my cheat sheet. That's my cheat sheet in life. And I did a video about there will come a time, like I'm doing pretty good in life, but I feel like that I'm going to eventually do better. And I don't feel like I know, just walking with God, he promises you these things. And so I know that my life is going to continue to elevate. And so because of the fruits of the spirit. And so whenever someone finally comes to me and asks, like, wow, how did your life get to be so great? How did you get so much favor? I'm going to tell them the fruits of the spirit. And that is actually how I'm living. It's not, I don't follow a religion and all that. I do listen to religious videos of all faiths because I like to be inspired, and it to me it's all the same, just different approaches. Okay. And so fruits of the spirit, and these are some of them I did write the opposite out to the side. So if somebody's mean, kindness, so I got kindness, compassion, tolerance, humility, patience, peace, gratitude, gentleness, that was on there, self-control, joy, love, and faithfulness. So if you can embody these things, oh yeah, I see self-control. I was going to say, I didn't see discipline up there, but self-control. I saw once in a video, they said self-love is self-discipline is the highest form of self-love. And ever since I've seen that, it has transformed my life in a way where I was already, trying to do better and live up to a higher standard for myself. And then now, whenever I'm tempted to procrastinate, I say self-discipline is the highest form of self-love. And I know that's keeping me on the path of where I'm trying to go, okay? Because I don't, I want to get there as fast as possible, I know it's all God's timing, but I've wasted enough time doing things my way, laying around, procrastinating, and things not going my way, and having to start over. And so I'm just not in that place. God has built a strong foundation for me, and taught me how to navigate this world, this physical world, and this spiritual world. And so I just want to share it with other people. I want to share. I want to be on fire for God, and just let people know how good he's being to me, and he could be this good to you. He's already this good to us, I feel like he woke me up this year, and told me how much he's been protecting me from. And so now that now that I see that, I can't believe that I was living so haphazardly in the past. I always had this good, spirit to me, but I was very this ain't a word, sabotagey. I was very self-sabotagey. Okay, I feel like Phoebe from Friends making up that word, but I was very self-sabotagey, and I just sabotaged myself all the time. And I thought it was just the life that I wanted to live, but I was really just giving myself a poor life. I was giving myself a low vibrational life, giving myself a life with no faith, thinking that I can't have better than I had, and that's really, how a lot of people live. They don't think they can have better, and so they live at this low level. And so that's kind of just where I am on this beautiful Sunday. I just wanted to share how I'm serving God and hopefully help somebody else. I'm gonna look at my notes right quick, make sure I told y'all everything I wanted to tell y'all. But yeah, focus on fruit, not fighting. If you decide to fight, like use any of those negative, lower vibrational things, you just kind of wasting your time and you're attracting more of the adversity to you. It's God's job, not ours. Our job is to pray, set intentions, do your part. If there is some type of adversity going on, do your part, but keep your peace no matter what. That's what I wrote down. The fruit will push out any negative. So it does not matter what the situation is. If you utilize some type of fruit, one of those things that I named, you can push out. Even if it's in another person, you can push out the negative or the low vibration. And so, and a lot of times if I felt like it wasn't working, you could still see a change in the person, because you got to be a real hellish demon to continue to mess with somebody. I want to say the F word. Continue to mess with somebody and they're showing you fruit. Like, I just got a vision of somebody handing you fruit and they still just like spitting on it, like, no, like, nah. So yeah, if you really have the intentions of elevating your life and being blessed by God, focus on your fruit, okay? And I'm gonna leave the video at that, because if I don't, I'm gonna keep on talking. But if you made it to the end, thank you for watching.